I am back with one more bag of foreign coins that I bought from this particular lot off of eBay. It was a 5 pound lot, and the seller put them in 4 individual bags. Each of these bags is going to be about 1.25 pounds of coins, and we're going to go through these here in a minute. I will say, here's my advice if you're going to buy a bulk lot off of eBay. I always recommend that you look for the sellers that have the pictures of the actual coins you're getting. If it is a lot that has several available and all of the coins are in a pile, you don't know exactly what you're going to get. This particular dealer has a layout specifically of what you're going to get, but the photo is kind of grainy and you can't really see what's in there, which has led for it to be a surprise for me. And I've gotten some pretty good stuff out of this lot. This is the second time I've bought from him just in the last couple of months. And there have been several coins in the first 3 bags out of the series that I thought were great. There were a couple from Isle of Man that I'd never seen before. I think my personal favorite is from Nagorno-Karabakh, just because you almost never find those anywhere. There was one in the last video from China. I looked it up. It was actually from a specific province in China, which is why I'd never seen it before. But it was also kind of warped and not that good. But I titled this video "The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly" because there are some messed up coins in here, some damaged coins, some coins from Turkey that have been glued to something that have just totally messed up. But the good far outweighs the bad, which is why I bought it again. So enough of my talking. Let's dig in. And what do we see on top here? We'll skip over the common stuff like that German Pfennig, that peso. We've had a few of these sort of damaged Australian pennies. This one has some kind of maybe tape residue on it from 1943. That's sad. That one was kind of ruined. Here is an Italian 1-year commemorative 200 lira. And I have to remind myself what this one is. It's an FAO coin that there was apparently some World Food Day on August the 16th. I think Ot is August and not. Maybe it's October. 1981. There's a date of 1981, an R for Rome Mint Mark. But it's a 200 lira. This lady holding a cornucopia. So that is from Italy. Also has some kind of government building on this side. So yeah, got a couple of those. Don't see them all that often. From here's a 1 krona from 1993 from Norway, featuring Harold V. From Hong Kong, 1950, a 50-cent coin, back when it had the security reading on it. So those are good. Saw one of those in the last video. Portuguese 20 escudos that looks like a compass. From Czechoslovakia, here's a 5 koruna. Actually, that's going to be the Czech Republic, 1995. From Japan, we have a, this one is probably made out of tin. It's a 10 sen coin from about World War II days. I've gotten a lot of those recently. They're not that common, but I've gotten some of those in lots. Australian shillings. Here's a Victorian British penny. Again, this one has some kind of tape residue on it. And so that's not so good, but it's dated 1889, so it's an older one. Of all the damage that you could have, maybe the tape residue isn't so bad. At least it hadn't been warped or doesn't have a hole in it. Doesn't have a lot of, hadn't turned green, so maybe it's okay. Here's one from Belgium. I think I got one of these in the earlier video, but for an old coin made out of zinc, this one hadn't really turned white yet. This one might be an upgrade to my collection. So it's a Belgium 25 cent from 1915. So good zinc coin. I've had a couple of those where they turn white. There's a normal French franc. What's this thick coin right here? Oh, this is a good one. I had it, but it's not something that you see all that often. It is from Mexico. It is the 75th anniversary of the revolution, featuring 4 people who are important in there. Just trying to read the names. Zapata, Madero, Garanza, and Villa. 200 peso from 1985. And I believe this was a circulating coin. Very thick coin here, so it has Liberty, Tierra, I don't know what that translates for, Tierra and Liberty. Okay, there's another thick coin in here I want to jump to. This one is another Mexican coin. This one's a little bit more common. It's a 20 peso from 1981. I still like finding these though. Featuring the Mayan culture. All right, so here is a French euro coin from 1999 at 2 cents. Let's see, here is a, I think I bought one of these at a show earlier this year. So this would be the second time I've ever seen it. This is a France 1 franc coin from 1992. This is one that's not very common. It was I forget the exact reason of what was going on here, but I think it was a throwback design from, let's say, 100 years earlier. So it's certainly not one that you see very often. So this one is a good coin to get in there. Fairly common 10 Denmark 5 ore, 1970. Here's our first Turkish coin, which is probably damaged, and actually this one isn't, unless, well, it still is damaged a little bit on here. But it does have some interesting reading on it. So it has the initials TC for Turkey Cumhuriyeti, like it's written on here around Ataturk. So it's got the initials TC, and then an interesting diamond-shaped reading design that goes around it. So this one is the 10,000 lira. Bin is 1,000 on here. So while they're going through hyperinflation. The bulk lot I got not too long ago, I had about 50 of these 20 centavos from Ecuador in that one bin. Here is an Austrian 5 shilling from, where's the year in here? 1969. So at one point this was made out of silver, but probably not by that date. I don't think so. I've gotten some silver coins from this guy in the past, but not in this lot yet. Here's going to be something from probably Slovenia. Going to be a, probably, I guess that's a salmon or a trout. With the 1 Tolarjev, I think, is their currency. It's got the scientific name there at the bottom, Salmo Trudafario. So Tolar is the singular spelling of their currency. So that was good. Here is a warped Canadian cent. So this is going to be part of the bad on here, 1916. All chewed up on there. It's a common 50, and that one's kind of gross too. Half franc. Here's an older French copper coin. Find a lot of these in about this condition. This one has the B mint mark on the bottom. So not Paris. I believe this one is a 5 centimes based on the size, but so well worn that I can't say for sure. And then right behind it we've got another one. This one's okay, a little bit better. Cinq, I think, is French for 5. This one has the A mint mark for Paris. But that one's kind of gross on that side. Let's see, it looks like this one's going to be Cayman Islands. Is the turtle? Yes, the turtle sticking its head out of the water. Always a good design for people who like animals. We've got a Denmark 10 ore, that's pretty common. A New Zealand 1 cent. This is a bimetallic coin from Poland from 1996. This is the 5 zloty, and I had one of these in an earlier in this series, probably video 1 or 2, and I looked it up, and I didn't have this one But this one is in better shape, so already got an upgrade here. So that one is good. It's a Mexican peso. What do we have here? 10. Equus is equine, so horse. So far, I don't know where this one is from. It does have some braille on here. I suppose that's what that is. Where's this going to be from? Another one from Slovenia. So this is a 10 Talarjev. So that one's might be the coin of the video so far. Another half franc. From Belgium, here is the 5 franc. Aladdin's Palace token. Half franc. Here's the older design of the 50 yen from Japan. So just in foreign exchange value, that's about 30 cents. Made year 43. The modern design does not have a hole in it. What's this larger coin right here? We've got a Hong Kong dollar from 1960. While it still used the security reading, that stayed on there for about another 10 years or so. And I'm looking close to see if this one has a mint mark on it. Sometimes H, sometimes KM. There's our mint mark, KM, down here under the L's in dollar. That's good. We've got a 10 euro cent coin from Italy. Common one of those. Another Czech coin. This one is from 2000. I don't think I have this one. Let's take a close look here. So it's a 10 koruna. I wonder if that's more braille on the side here. This is not their standard every year 10 koruna coin, but looks like maybe it was something specifically for the year 2000. Got some industrial gears on here. So yeah, I like that one. That one's a winner. Got another British penny here from 1961. Here's a Mexican 1 cent from 1929. That one is pretty good condition. Unless it's been cleaned, but it does have some unusual toning to it, maybe. That's in pretty good shape. What's this aluminum coin next? 5 lei, so this one is probably from Romania. Fortunately, someone's drawn on this one with a pen. It got a little bit of ink on it. So, Socialist Romania from 1978. Would have been a nice pickup if it wasn't a little bit damaged on here, but here's another one from Poland. It's a 1 zloty from 1992. Another French 20 centimes. Let's pull from over here a little bit. We've got that common Japanese 5 yen. Here's a common French 2 franc. From Morocco, we've got this 1 dirham from 1987, and sometimes I find these Moroccan coins in very worn shape. This one's got some good luster to it. That one's nice. So here's a Chinese coin like I was describing earlier in the video. So very well worn. This one's actually in better shape than the last video, because it's not all damaged. However, it is more well worn, so it's harder to read any of the details on here. But best I could tell, this was from Hunan or Sichuan province, and I'm just going off of memory from what I was looking up on it. But that one's a little bit different. Here's a 50 pence coin. We've got Olav V from Norway, a 1 krona featuring a horse from 1961. His coins had animals on them. From 1992, we've got a bull on the 5 pence. This is a common modern 50 centavo from Mexico. 1 cent from Singapore, 1993. The ribbon at the bottom curves upward. There are a couple of varieties on that. 2 Pfennig from Germany and a 10 yen. 25 cent from Netherlands. What's this old copper coin going to be? Another one from, let's see, George V. Kind of beaten up condition here, but it's a halfpenny from 1922. Yeah, that was really rough. But something a lot shinier from 1998 from Jersey. I think I have this coin, and I think I have it in better condition. That looks nice. We've got some kind of old castle on this coin. I think I have this one. Looks kind of familiar. But yeah, that's a good one. This is, that's just weird. So we've got a plated halfpenny, and it's got a hole in it. So this was probably someone's necklace at some point. Looks like this one was dipped in silver. So not sure what to make out of that. I think I might give this one as a gift to someone that likes the Queen Elizabeth more than actually trying to resell that one. Got a common 10 centime. I like this bimetallic coin from Portugal, featuring Pedro Nunez. The 100 Escudos from 1989. Here's a shiny coin from Mozambique. So most of my Mozambique coins are when they were still controlled by Portugal, but this one is when they were independent from them. Don't recognize it yet. It's from 1994, and it's a 10 Meticais. That's a good one, and that's one that I don't see very often. I'm not sure that I have that one, because you just don't see modern Mozambique coins that often. At least I don't. A common 5 cent from the Netherlands and a 25 cent from the Netherlands. And let's see, that one is a low value Czech coin from 2000, a 10 Hilaru. The 20 cent coin. I do like that design, but I've had a few of them. Let's see, here is one from Queen Elizabeth from New Zealand. Featuring a indigenous warrior on here. 1 shilling from 1965. Old Mexican 5 centavos. This is the largest design of the 5 centavos. Featuring Josefa. And then Thailand. Now I'll pause for a moment and say this is the version of this coin I don't find all that often. This is the 1 metal variety. So there's another, he's got 1 metal on his uniform right here. Most of the time I find this coin with the 3 metal variety. Usually I find them so well worn that you can't really tell a difference, but I think this is either the 25 or the 50 satang. So this one's probably going to be an upgrade to my collection, just because I don't find this older version, the younger version of Rama the Ninth. So I like that one. This entire purchase has definitely been worth it, but we've still got a few coins to go through. On here from Kenya, we've got this, actually it's going to be Jamaica, maybe, Marcus Garvey, Jamaica, $20, bimetallic. We've got another Slovenia 1 tolar with the fish, common 5 pence, common 25 cent, here's a larger coin, a 1 peso, the French 1 franc with the axe on it, the rusty 10 Pfennig, one of those. Guess we have another halfpenny here. 1949, common 1 yen, Irish 2 pence. Another Mexican 500 peso featuring Madero. So this was the second largest common circulating coin that they had before they revalued their currency in the early 90s. Got Israeli 1 new shekel. And then from the Philippines, we've got this 1 penny, the 1944 S, which is the most common version of this coin, but I almost always find it well worn. 100 lira. And then the 500 lira, the common design of that. This is rusty. So, what is it? Well, at least it's interesting. I don't have too many tokens that are good for cigarettes. Might be my first one. Good for 2 packs of cigarettes. I wonder the history of that one. From the Bahamas, this is the original version of the 1 cent, where it's the largest version of the cent with the starfish. This went through some design changes. It changed, went to a smaller design, and then it changed from brass to copper, and then they took Queen Elizabeth off of it, and then it became an even smaller design. Another of those from Singapore. From Barbados, here's the Lighthouse 5 cents. 20 centimes, one of those. We got another one from Haiti. We had one of these in the last, or in a previous video of this series. Pretty good shape, just like this one. Maybe a slightly older version. I don't remember the year on the last one. But I pointed out that there are a couple of varieties on these based on the accent marks, like the E that ends a fraternity right here. So that's one thing I look out for on those. We've got another peso and another peso and another penny with George V. Oh, from Australian. This might be the best Australian penny that we've gotten in the lot so far. That one's good condition. Here's an ugly looking coin. What do we have here? This is going to be from Hungary from 1917. A 20 filler. So I don't think this is going to be silver. This is probably an iron coin, which is why it's so rusty on here. But at least it's different. Let's see, we've got a common Italian 200 lira and another of these. And let's see, we've got from India, an aluminum, probably a 10 paisa. Very well worn on this side. That side looks a little bit better. Not even sure if I have that one or not. Let's see, can I save something good for last on here? Well, here's another Turkish coin that is damaged, but it is the 1 lira from 1973. There's another of those, and Elizabeth 3 pence. We've got a half a franc. We've got another Third Reich, a Germany coin from 1940. This one's going to be the 5 Reichspfennig with a G mint mark on that one. We've got, let's see, from French, probably a 2 euro cent. From Poland, we've got the 10 groszy from 1975. And from Greece, we've got this, something else that looks like it has tape damage. From 1959 to drachma. And then our last coin from this video is going to be this old German Empire 1 Pfennig coin from 1903. So that was in decent shape, maybe a little bit of rust to it, but got a D mint mark on that one, and maybe has a maybe a tiny die crack there at the very bottom, maybe. I'm not an air expert, but might have a second die crack. It'll focus. Possibly a second die crack to the right of the right D. Maybe even a third die crack here at the very top, maybe. Normally I can't really identify errors, but if it's a metal that's sticking up, that probably shouldn't be there. All right, so I finished off this lot. And just like always with this particular seller, the seller's name is N-Security, IN-Security. If you want to try and see if he's got anything else that he's selling, he usually lists one lot at a time. And the day I'm recording this, he had one up. And since I bought a couple recently, maybe I won't buy any more, or maybe I will because there's more good stuff in here. But I really enjoy going through these, and I hope you do too. And I'll catch you next time. Bye. Before I leave, I wanted to look some of these up. So this one right here, the good for 2 packs of cigarettes, was actually produced for use at Norton Air Force Base in California. Apparently sometime in the 1960s, but like a lot of tokens, there's just not a lot of information on it out there. This one from China, if I didn't mention earlier, is a 20 cash coin, a large copper coin. It is going to be from the Hunan province of China during the about the end of their empire, so about the 1910s or so. This one here from France, this 1 franc from 1992, represents the 200th year of anniversary of the French Republic. So it was a 1-year circulating commemorative coin. This one from Mozambique from 1994. It was only produced for 1 year. The 10 meticais features cotton and is brass-plated steel. Had a book price of about $1. And then this last one from the year 2000 from the Czech Republic. In Braille here, it has the words year 2000 written in Braille on the side. And so the machinery on here is supposed to be the inner workings of a clock, having to do with the year 2000. And someone pointed out that the engraver's initials are, as my light runs out, was here underneath the middle 0. But now we can't see that since the light has gone out. I guess we can kind of see it here if I turn it against, use that light. So it kind of looks like an ER right there on that. So neat stuff. All right, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.